Hi, this is Joe again with another video. For this particular video, I'm going to upload it to or link it to my Big Six Towers Facebook page. Because I haven't done a video for that particular page on my Big Six Towers. Excuse me. On my Big Six Towers Facebook page in a while because I've been having computer problems. So it's easier for me to upload it to YouTube and then link it over to Facebook. So that's why I'm doing it this way. So those of you who are my regular subscribers for my movie reviews, please just don't watch this video anymore at this point. Because I'll be very specific for the co-op that I live in New York City. So it's going to be specifically for those my fellow residents or my fellow shareholders who live there. So please disregard this video if you are regular subscribers. Now, of course, for this video, of course, like I said, it's from my Big Six Towers shareholders page. And, there's been a long time since I've done a video for you guys. Of course, we all know that we're in the midst of the election season for Big Six Towers. The day I'm recording this video is the actual election day for New York State for governor, and a lot of local races, but also for, of course, the whole country. And also, since our election has been delayed, it's been really crazy for what's going on with our current election cycle. Which is, of course, unfortunately, it's not my fault and the fault of my fellow candidates, because I'm running against 4 other people, which we all know who I'm running against. But the problem is that not at the time of the annual meeting, which was last Thursday, we were about 160 votes, or ballots, I should say, 160 ballots short for having a quorum. Now, for the quorum, we have to have at least half the residents, plus at least one more, above half of the the call-off voting for the election. But preferably, the board prefers to have at least 490 or 400, about 500 votes approximately. They prefer to have about 500 votes. Because, of course, more than half the call-off, to send the ballots in. Now, of course, this year we don't have like I said in the previous post, we don't have the ideal list of candidates, myself included. Because I know a lot of people prefer they prefer not to vote for me, or not to have me elected to the board. I don't know why. Some people have told me privately. I'm not going to mention who exactly. But several people there have been a couple of shareholders who have told me over the years, since I started to run for the board back in 2017, that I don't have the temperament, or I don't have the demeanor to be a board member. Now, I don't know why people will say that, because I have been living here longer than any candidate that's currently on the ballot for this year. I lived here longer than any of them. I mean, I'm not, disrespecting how long each shareholder has lived here, but if you lived here at least 50 years, and I've been living here for 50 years, I've been living here since 1972, so, I mean, just a month ago, really, on October 9th, 1972 is when my family officially moved into Big Six Towers. So I've been here 50 years and 1 month. You're living here. I was living here when we didn't have the power plant, when we actually had a basketball court, behind the shopping center. And we had people who actually used to come out at night, and particularly on a Friday night or Saturday night if the weather was decent. During the summer, used to take reservations for people to sit on the benches out here, particularly during the summer months, when the kids were off from school. And not only that, but parents actually used to come out, and kids used to come out, and it used to be more active of a community back in the 70s and early 80s. Now, when you go out during the summer, especially during the afternoon or early evening, nobody comes out anymore. Nobody comes out, and because of that, no one knows who anybody is anymore. And because of that, we have very few people who are willing to vote for the board of because for the board of directors, because it's very defragmented. I mean, it's really quite sad how Big Six came in the 50 years that I've been living here. I mean, for most of my life, people used to come out. The only time we didn't hardly see anybody out was on a holiday weekend, like Thanksgiving weekend or Christmas, or Christmas came out on the weekend, or 4th of July. You hardly see anybody out because usually people either go away or people have company over, so people don't come out because of that. But all the rest of the days during the summer, kids used to come out and play in the playgrounds and stuff. Now we have the two playgrounds that have been recently renovated, and hardly any kids playing there, and it's really sad. I mean it is. It's sad, and so when we have the election now, not having 160 people vote, 160 votes short, that has got to be a record. That has got to be a record for not having, how many votes short we are for a quorum. I know that a lot of people. I know that over the years, when Kevin Dahl was before he passed away, unfortunately, he used to blame me for discouraging people to vote. Well, of course, those of you who are on the page, I'm not trying to discourage anybody to vote. I'm trying to encourage you to send your ballots in. I'm encouraging you all to send your ballots in. But there's only one person that I'm not encouraging you to vote for, and that's Howard Geary. That's it. That's the only one. That's the only candidate that I'm asking people not to vote for. That's it. Of course, you don't know why. If you read my post, you know why. I'm not going to go into that again, because it's like being a dead horse. I mean, repeating it again and again and again. I know all of you are going to be sick of it if I mention, the history between Howard and I. Everybody knows about it by now. So why, I'm not going to bother bringing that up again. But what's sad is because because Kevin Dahl, when Kevin was alive, he used to blame me for discouraging people and discouraging this, and criticizing this page for discouraging people to vote, which is not true. And all of you know that's not true, because they're trying to, and that's asking shareholders not to vote for one particular person. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't vote altogether. Just asking you not to vote for one person. That's it. If that's discouraging people to vote altogether, that's a silly argument that people want to bring up, because people don't have anything else nice to say to me or say about me. So they come up with this conspiracy theory that I'm discouraging people not to vote. Which is the opposite. I'm encouraging people to vote. I'm just asking not to vote for one person. That's it. So because I'm asking people not to vote for one particular person, or one particular candidate, people complain that I'm discouraging people to vote, which is, the more I talk about it, the more it gives credence to the person to do it. Of course, this whole election cycle has really been nuts. Like I recently posted about this video of Mr. Geary's candidacy, that he did record a new video, and which at the time when the videos were first posted, I think it was excuse me, it just did 2 movie reviews, so my throat's dry. So what happened was, when all the videos got poster of all the candidates. Mine included. I click on Howard's video because okay, I want to see if he says anything new in his video. I was curious to know not only what the other candidates and running guests have to say, but I'm curious what Howard was going to say, because I was very curious about that. So when I clicked on his video, and I noticed that it was the same video, and didn't notice the Howard Geary 2021 banner. And didn't notice that right away. Until it was the website was redone, and it has Dropbox, and it has all our names on it. The only video that says 2021 on was Howard's. All the rest of the candidates, the other 4 candidates that claim my video, does not say the year on. It just says our names on. But for Howard's video, it has the year 2021 on, because Howard did not want to do another video. He didn't want to record a new video. Now, I don't know what the excuse is. I don't know what's going on in his mind or his personal business, whatever's going on with him. He just did not want to record a new video, which in my opinion is inexcusable. That Howard did not record a new video. It's inexcusable. Sorry, that was my phone. But what angers me, and not only angers me as a candidate, but angers me as a shareholder, is that people say that Howard, and not every shareholder I've spoken to, mind you, but I've gotten lots and lots of comments. Not a whole lot. I got some comments from shareholders that Howard has the demeanor or the temperament to be a board member, and I don't. I said, hey, folks, at least I'm there. At least I'm here all the time. I said, this is my home. I've been here for 50 years, for God's sake. I said, and at least I'm here. I was here to record a video. The recording of the videos was like a week late because they pushed back the deadline, because the board and management pushed back the deadline because you only have 3 people running. Now, I don't know how many people actually put. I know I was one of the first to put the names in. I think Howard and one of the 2 women put the names in first. There was only the 3 of us put our names in. That's it. I don't know about the other candidates. It was pushed back a week. And we got 3 other people. Fortunately, one of them dropped out. So now we have 5 people running for 3 spots. And I do hope that you do vote for me. And I do hope you vote for the other 2 people who never served. Because, in my opinion, we have to have people there who never served on the board before. Because people could also bring up to me about my experience. Well, because I'm a photographer, and 98% of the jobs in the world of photography, sad to say, are freelance jobs. It means I have to work for my own, work for myself, and that's why I post thousands and thousands of pictures on my Facebook account, because of the fact that I'm working on the premise that maybe I get noticed by someone. That's why I posted so many pictures as I have of the Halloween decorations, or the Christmas decorations, or Thanksgiving, or whatever holiday comes along. And I try or I go to Central Park and take photographs in Central Park, or go to Union Square, and I'm trying to go to different places, like I did when I was in school. Trying to go to different places to get as many photographs as I can, many different angles, or to Rockaway Beach, and to post them on Facebook, and hopefully on the premise that I get noticed by someone. But unfortunately, nobody's really paying, because everybody posts photographs on Facebook. But that's what, and people complain that because I'm around all the time. Like, what experience do I have? Well, my experience is that I've been here for 50 years. I mean, after Jerry Lamonti, one of the other board members, now he's terminated out. So he's not going to be on the board for the next year. After the election is finally over and all the votes are counted, there's not going to be not one board member, no matter who wins, okay, who's going to be on the board longer than me. Nobody. And what's sad is everybody gets, I know I'm nitpicking over this, but the last 3 times I ran, I'm talking about 2018, 2019, and 2020. I didn't run last year in 2021, and we all know why, because of Howard. And like I said, I'm not going to get into that, but because of what Howard Geary did last year in 2021, I didn't run last year. But for the last 3 times I ran before this year, all the other candidates got at least 200 votes, and I didn't get anywhere close to 200 votes, which is sad. And a lot of people, those people believe that I'm going to be the next board, a new board member, going to be getting elected. Now I do appreciate your support. I'm not saying I don't appreciate it. I appreciate every vote that you guys that I receive from all the shareholders took the time to mark my name on the ballot, whether it's the online ballot or the paper ballot. I do appreciate every vote I receive. I do appreciate all the support I've gotten over the last 5 years, or 5 years since I ran, including this year, from 2017 up to this year. I do appreciate it. I thank you for it. But I just don't think that people here are going to vote for me. I really don't. Because the first year that I ran, which was in 2017, I got 100. I'm not going to count my own vote. So I'm going to throw my own vote out. Because, naturally I'm going to vote for myself. I received 150 votes the first year in 2017. Which surprised me, because it's about 150 votes more than I expected to get. Because I didn't expect anybody to really vote for me. So by getting 150 votes, I was surprised. I surprised my father. I surprised my sister that I got that much. When the results came down, my father says, "Oh, how many votes did you get?" And he said, "I told him I got 151 votes, altogether." And he said, "You actually got 150 votes, not including your own vote?" I said, "Right." And he was surprised more than anybody. And the next year, we had 4 people in for 3 spots, and I got 165 votes. So I only got a bump of I think like about 14 votes altogether, for the next year, just 14 votes. And everyone else in the ballot got at least 200, and I got 200 votes, and I got 165. Then the next year, which was 2019, I took Downton. I got 142 votes, and then the last time I ran, I got 112. So my vote total kept going down. So I don't know why this year would be any different than any other year in terms of my vote total, or how many votes I will receive this year. I don't think this year will be any different than any other year. I just hope that I get enough vote. I'm only will be happy if I get 1 vote more than Howard Geary. That I'd be satisfied. That I'd be happy with. But if I get elected this year, great. I will appreciate it. I will thank everybody then. If I am elected, I'm not saying I will be elected. And let's put it this way: I have a better shot of winning the lottery than the $1 billion lottery last night. Then I have being elected here. My odds are better to win the lottery than they are here, because there's so many people, for one reason or another, hate my guts. And I should mention this, because even though it happened a week ago, I'm still very angry about the situation and about what happened. Last week we had Halloween here. Halloween came and went a week ago, and we have the annual trick or treating in the lobbies event. And what happened was, naturally, I live, of course, in Building 3, and that's why I wanted to volunteer for Building 3, but I wasn't picked to volunteer. Even though I did it way early. Excuse me. When I did it way early, and I asked to be the one Excuse me. Uh, excuse me. And like I said, I did 2 videos already, so this is my 3rd video. So my voice is going as well. So anyway, I volunteered to do it. I wasn't picked to do it. Even though I had the time to do it, I made the effort to do it. But the one who was picked to do the volunteering in Building 3 for the trick-or-treat, I came down about 20 minutes before she came home from work. And she saw me sitting there. And I had my little bowl full of candy. No big deal. And Richard Ulrich, who's currently a board member, and his term limit is up this year as well. But he can't run because of the same reason for Jerry Lamarty, as I mentioned earlier. Because he's term limited out. So he was there. He knows. We did it a couple of times before, giving out candy to the kids a couple of times to ready for Halloween for the last couple of years. So he knows that I'm just there to give out to help out, to give out candy to the kids, and that's it. And me, I'm just sitting there. They brought in a couple of folding chairs for security. They brought in a couple of folding chairs from the community room. So I'm sitting on one of the folding chairs, and the one who was picked to do the volunteer in the lobby, in the building 3's lobby, she seen me sitting there and she got mad that I was there. Now mind you, I'm just sitting there like I'm sitting here in front of the computer doing this video, and she was very, very angry that I was there. She said I was saying that I was antagonizing her son, which I wasn't doing. I know who her son is. I didn't even say no one word to her son, and left her son, and he minded his own business. I minded my own business. Nothing bad was going on. Nothing was happening, and didn't say anything to this kid. I said absolutely nothing. And Richard knows, because he was there the whole time. He knows I'm not saying anything to this kid. The only one that was talking to, really, when I was in the lobby, was Richard, and that's it. He was the only one that was talking to. I wasn't talking to anybody else. There was 2 other people in there. There was the woman's son and this other girl who was in the lobby. I wasn't even talking to the girl because she was talking on a cell phone. So I wasn't. So it actually wasn't going to talk to somebody who's talking to someone else on a cell phone. So I was just talking to Richard, and that's it. That's it. He was the only person I was talking to, and that's it. So when the woman who was volunteering for the trick-or-treat, she comes in, she complains that I was there, that they don't have the right to be there, and she calls public safety. She calls public safety, and she tells, and she pretty much orders public safety to kick me out of the lobby. I am not kidding. So public safety wants to know what did I do wrong that she wants me to kick it for that I should be kicked out. And she says, "Oh, he made a joke." And Richard Ulrich says, "What joke? He hasn't said 5 words to you. He hasn't said a single word to you since he's been here. What did he get off for kicking Joe out for? He hasn't done anything to you. Why are you kicking him out?" And so, because he did it a couple months ago. You're kicking him out for something he did a couple months ago? And so, and those of you who want to know, the joke was that we were both in the elevator together, and she says to another neighbor that I'm beneath her. Literally, because she lives in the apartment directly above me. So I said to her, You make it sound like it's a bet because it was the way she said it. Okay, it was. I have to say it was completely and totally disrespectful to me. It was. I felt I was disrespected. I felt like I was insulted by her. Maybe unintentionally insulted, but I was insulted by her. And it was the tone of voice she had. It was. How she said it is the way that got me mad, or got me angry because she I felt like it was totally disrespected. So he said to her, "You make it sound like it's a bad thing. That I'm beneath us. You make it sound like it's a bad thing." So it's like a harmless remark because I was trying to make a joke out of it, right? So she took it the wrong way, right? So what happened was she got offended and she says, "Oh, you're making that sexual. That's a sexual joke. I don't like sexual jokes." So I immediately on the spot I apologized to her. So but she still was angry. I forgot when the hell when it was that, and it happened during the last school year. I think it happened back like in April or May. Last April or May, like 6-7 months ago. So she still was miffed about. She still got her nose bent out of joy because I made that joke, trying to make a joke out of what she said. And so because of that, she wanted me out of the lobby. Because of that. I'm not kidding. So I was ticked off over it. And I was telling other people what she did. And of course I ran the post about it. And I'm getting flack for that post. One of my neighbors got mad and said, "Oh, you're disparaging her on social media." I said, "Hey, she's the one who disparaged me. Because she's the one who kicked me out of the lobby for no good reason other than a stupid joke I made. She's the one who disparaged me, for folks. I mean, that's what she did. There's no excuse for what she did. Okay? True, I made a bad joke. Okay? I admit it. Yes, I apologized for it at the time. But even with that, she refused to accept my apology. For it. So why should I play nice to a person like that? And because of people like this person, that's why I can't get elected. Because people like her continue to hold grudges months or years after the fact. And because of them, they go around and they tell people, "Don't vote for Joe because he made a sexual joke," or because because I didn't get along with Howard Geary. I have good reason not to get along with him, as you've seen the previous post, the previous video that I did. Or they didn't get along with Kevin Doyle, or didn't get along with Jimmy Hellman when he was alive. That's because of that. Don't vote for him because he didn't get along with these people. Or because they took pictures around Big Six Towers, or they take pictures of the playground one time when it was full of kids. Or because of that, Joe was a pervert, Joe's this, Joe's that, he's child molesters, this, that, and everything. Which is another thing I want to talk about in a minute, that I am not, let me clear this up and go to that point. That's because these people hold grudges for years and years and years, and they don't vote for me because of that. But meanwhile, it's okay to vote for someone like Howard Geary, okay, who didn't want to do a new video for the election, okay? Didn't want to do a new video for the election. He's okay to vote for, but someone like me who cares enough to run for the board, right? Like I said, I've lived here for 50 years. Who more qualified than someone who lived at Big Six Towers for 50 years, knows the history of the co-op, knows a lot of shareholders. I can't even get elected door catcher, and someone like Howard Geary, he's okay to vote for, even though, thanks to him, we're now going to have a third increase in 4 years. Well, he's been off the board for the last year now, but indirectly, because of the score of the water bill, he's fit to serve. That he never paid attention to the water bill or anything else. It's okay for him to serve on the board and not me. You know? I mean, personally, I would like some of you who constantly vote against me, I'd like to know this explanation as to why you don't vote for me, but it's okay to vote for someone with the temperament that Howard Geary has, or that Kevin Doyle had, when he was alive. All right, these two guys did not have the temperament to be board members, but I don't. I mean, I just sometimes I just don't get it. I mean, true, this video, this rant going on now might hurt me in the long run, but at least I like to have. I'm asking you for an explanation why. Why I'm so hated by all you guys. I know that I just reference to it because people think that I'm some kind of child molester or some kind of pervert because or a pedophile because they took one picture of the playground when it was, and that was back 8 years ago. When I took that picture, I am not kidding. That picture was taken 8 years ago, in 2014, and now we're in 2022. We're about, hopefully, God willing, we have Lee Zeldin for governor tonight. Hopefully, if there's a guy, Lee Zeldin will get elected governor of New York. I hope. But getting off topic, that happened 8 years ago, and because of that, if you go on my YouTube channel and watch my videos for the last 3 years, I think it is 3 or 4 years, you can't make any comments on my videos because this particular family, or Jimmy Hellman's relatives, his brothers, sisters, cousins, sister-in-law, how many of his relatives are still currently live here? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But all of them, or at least one of them, will constantly making comments on my videos, calling me a pervert, a child molester, a kid toucher, and all this stuff. So because of that, I have to block. I mean, I have to punish the whole world for what particular family has done. And I'm sure to this day, they're still probably going around Big Six Towers, telling people not to vote for me. They're doing the exact opposite of what I'm doing, because I'm only asking people not to vote for one particular person. And even though I'm a candidate, true, I want the majority of the people who vote in the board election to vote for me. I do hope you do so. I do hope that's the case. And I'm only asking people not to vote for Howard. I'm not telling you who. The other three people that I'm running against. I'm talking Tom Haggerty, Nelson Feger, and the other lady. I forgot. I'm sorry. I forgot her name. I'm sorry. I'm not doing any disrespect. I forgot the other lady's name. So I'm sorry. I forgot her name. I'm drawing a blank on her, on the lady. She seems like a nice lady to me. But I forgot her name. So please excuse me for my forgetfulness on her name. I'm just asking you not to vote for the other four candidates and not to vote for Howard. That's all I'm asking. Contrary to the opinion that I'm telling people who to vote for or not to vote for, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just asking, and I can't tell you who to vote for. I can only ask you who not to vote for. That's it. And so I'm just asking you not to vote for Howard Geary. That's it. That's the only one I'm asking not to vote for. That's all I'm asking. Because he does not deserve to be on the board at all. Anyway, I mean, well, first of all, he's been on the board for 7 years already. So if he's elected this year, he'd be served 10 out of 12 years on our board of directors. So it's enough. It means enough. I mean, I don't want him to be a Rocky Solomon. Now, in case you know who Rocky Solomon, for those shareholders who don't know who Rocky Solomon was, hopefully I don't know if he passed away or not. I heard he did. I'm not too sure, because after what he did back in 1995, he moved to Florida. So I don't know if he passed away or not. I heard he did. I'm not sure on that. It's one of those many rumors that go around Big Six, especially around that time. Just as bad now as it was then with the rumor mill. that Rocky Solomon, he was on the board for like 30 years. At least 20 to 30 years he was on the board, and he was in cahoots with Richard Stone, who was a former manager here, who allegedly stole at least $30 million, or embezzled $30 million from Big Six funds to fund other projects that he was involved with. So because of that, Rocky Solomon, who was the board president, he signed off on everything that Richard Stone wanted to do. And so when the scandal happened back in 1995, that's when we threw Richard Stone and his management company out of here, and we also threw out the board. We pretty much threw the board out back then. And that's why in the next year, 1996, we finally had an open election for the first time in 1996. And since 1996, we have open elections since then. But this is like the worst year we ever had in terms of not having enough people to vote. So getting back to the last topic before I sign off in this video, before my voice completely goes, I want to ask all of you to please, for those of you who did not send in your ballots yet, or to vote online, because actually those of you who are seeing this video, you know how to go online. So please vote. Get on the Big Six website. Have your ballots, your paper ballots ready, because there's a code on there that you have to use or to type in so you can vote. So that your ballot will be, your online ballot will be tied to your paper ballot in a way, because it's the code is on the paper ballot you have to use for the online ballot to vote for the candidates you want. Hopefully I'm one of them. Okay, so please vote for me. And please, if you don't like any of the 5 candidates, you can sign off. You can send in a blank ballot. And believe it or not, our building reps, particularly, I know this is the same in all the buildings. There is a building rep notice says if you don't like any, the candidates, please just send in a blank ballot. It's encouraging people not to vote for the candidates. And I think the reason why is because the president of the building reps doesn't like me because I don't go around wearing a stupid mask on my face, like she does. So she's like pretty much encouraging people not to vote for me for that. But I'm sure there's some shareholders who are going around saying, "Don't vote for Joe Gutfeld because he doesn't go around wearing a face mask." But meanwhile, I've seen plenty of shareholders who don't wear masks, and they're the ones who get in my face about the mask thing, and they don't wear masks themselves, which makes them hypocrites over there. I'm sorry I'm trashing those of you who've been giving me crap over that, but it's true. If you give me crap about not wearing a mask and you don't wear one yourself, that makes you a phony about the mask thing. I don't wear it because I cannot physically wear a mask, as I explained before, plenty of times before on this channel. Not only on my YouTube channel, but on the Facebook page. I explained plenty of times. Like the Howard Gibney situation. I beat that thing. It's like being a dead horse. I'm tired of repeating myself over the mask thing, and I just don't want to wear them. And I could work myself up now as to why I can't physically wear a mask, but I still get criticized for that stuff today. So I know it's a long video. I know this is a long video, but I do want to encourage all of you, those of you who did not vote, please vote. We need your vote, not just for the regular election, for governor, for the Congress people here, for the redistricting for the Woodside area. Please vote today if you haven't voted yet. Not only for the regular, election for the state of New York and the city of New York, but vote for the board election too. Please vote for me, as well as the candidates, the 2 other candidates of your choice. You have to vote. You can vote up to 3 people. You can vote 1, 2, or 3 people. All right. So please vote. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.